Good morning, Stephen D. I'm back from Philadelphia, and I have a message for the Democratic Party, especially for all the Democratic elected officials, and in particular for my representative in my district, Louise Slaughter. In light of what we've witnessed, based on the WikiLeaks, emails that have been exposed and the other documents, based on the Inspector General's at the State Department's investigation, based on the massive amount of DNC and Hillary Clinton's campaign's corruption and the corruption of the Clinton Foundation, I cannot believe that any of you were willing to support Hillary Clinton as the Democratic Party's nominee. It's absurd. So, to all of you, I will no longer be voting for Democrats in any office at all, with one exception. New people who come in who have not held office before, who are in the Democratic Party, and who are endorsed by somebody credible who I trust, such as Bernie Sanders, I will consider voting for. But I will not consider voting for you, Louise Slaughter, or for any of the senators in my state, Chuck Schumer, Kristen Gillibrand. You've demonstrated that you have no values at all. You are part of a corrupt system that has colluded with Wall Street, fossil fuel industry, telecommunications industry, and countries that support terrorism like Saudi Arabia for the benefit of multinational corporations. And you can claim that you're liberal, you can claim you're progressive, you can claim all you like, but they're lies. You've lied to us. And what little we've achieved at all has come from the people. The people have forced the Democratic Party to make any of the gains that it did. If it wasn't for the Civil Rights Movement, the Democratic Party would not have supported the bills in '65. Wasn't for the environmental protection movement, there would have been no bills that got passed by that Congress. Right now, despite the fact that Hillary Clinton claims she's against the TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership, and other trade agreements, it's not in the Democratic Party's platform. Why? If your nominee for the party is against the Trans-Pacific Partnership, why is that not in the platform? Bernie Sanders, people who sat on that committee, the platform committee, proposed that it be included. It was not included. And that's the platform that you voted on and approved, when you could have voted for a platform that would have helped millions of Americans. Instead, we all know it's not, it's the worst kept secret in Washington that President Obama is going to try to pass the TPP in the lame duck session of Congress after the election. So in all honesty, you folks, you're dead to me. Okay? If somebody comes along and primaries you, Louise Slaughter, I will vote for that person if they're a progressive. Because you are not a progressive. You are not a liberal. You are a corrupt representative of a corrupt party. Just like all the rest of the elected officials who have gone along and voted for Hillary Clinton, they're all part of a corrupt system and a corrupt party. And until this party and all of you are gone, you do not deserve my vote You do not deserve anybody's vote. Now, you may not think that's all that much. Hey, I'm just a 60-year-old, almost 60-year-old guy in one district in Rochester, New York, or actually in Penfield, New York. So who cares, right? Hillary Clinton's probably going to win the election with Bush voters anyway. But think about it. I'm not the demographic that's really going to be abandoning you. It's people a lot younger than me. My daughter's generation. And people in their 30s and 40s who have struggled so mightily over the past 8 years to recover from the recession that was in large part triggered by President Bill Clinton's rejection and repeal of the last of the New Deal securities laws, the Glass-Steagall Act, which allowed Wall Street to, come up with all these crazy derivatives and run wild and practically crash the world economy, for which we bailed them out at the expense of millions of people losing their homes, their life savings. And you expect us now to come back and say, oh, we're so scared of Trump. We're so scared of Trump. I'm scared of you folks. You folks have done a lot more damage. At least when Bush was in office, you guys fought against the Republicans. You fought against the very policies that you now accept when there's a Democratic president in power. So I don't fear Trump. I fear the corrupt Democratic Party establishment and corrupt Democratic Party officials and those people who enable them. And that includes you, Louise Slaughter, and every other elected official who is a superdelegate who voted for Hillary Clinton at the DNC. You had a choice. You had a chance to bring in millions of new people into the Democratic Party. You had a chance to make massive gains in the Senate and the House with a candidate that would have wiped the floor with Bernie Sanders as its candidate. Instead, you chose somebody who's a proven liar, time after time after time, corrupt politician, time after time after time, whose accomplishments are ridiculous. The ones that I keep hearing about, they're all lies. She accomplished nothing. She's taken credit for other people's accomplishments. And she exposed our nation's secrets by her reckless use of her server, private server. She's not qualified to be president, and you people are not qualified to represent me. And so I call on everyone who sees this video and everyone who has any conscience at all or values their moral beliefs to abandon the Democratic Party this year. I'm not telling you to vote for Republicans. I don't trust the Republican Party either. They're as corrupt as the Democrats. But don't vote for Hillary Clinton. Don't vote for Donald Trump. Vote for another candidate. I don't care who. Myself, I'm going to be voting for Jill Stein and all the Green Party candidates. If there are any Democratic candidates that, like I said, are new to the system, that are already corrupted, that are endorsed by people I trust, then I will consider voting for those Democratic candidates for any office, local, state, or federal. But unless that happens, you've lost me. And you're going to lose a lot more people than just one tired old white man. Signing off, Stephen T. Thank you. Goodbye.